shut down. But now the blue shell effect has kicked in full effect, and the bomb plant gives them enough money to go into this round with some semblance of utility as well as 5 rifles. God, this has been a very fast game. 10-0 from Signature. God, this T side. I don't know why Sabertooth picked this map if this is the kind of T side that they were going to be posting. Oh, finally the first kill, and Tor again. What a flick! And Shinwei falling to the op of Tor. This man is going absolutely bananas this game. Not missing a single shot. Completely shutting down the T side, and spots out Tony. Will he get it? Yup, through the wall. Wallbang. Tor is just in God mode right now. Finally, Nomaz putting an end to his tyranny. But the damage has already been done. And there we see Genius cleaning things up. This is looking glorious. Look at the money on the CTs. Everybody's sitting above 10k. Everyone except Giggs, who surprisingly has died the most in that team. 5 deaths on Rix and Giggs. That is the maximum number of deaths on the CT side. That is how tight the CT side has been from Signature. And now map has been paused. I think it is a tactical timeout being called by Sabertooth. They need to gather their wits. They need to pull together, cobble the remaining 4 rounds somehow. It is looking highly unlikely though. Going for an armor pistol buy. They will be able to buy into the next round even if they win. If they win or lose, the blue shell effect has been in place for quite a few rounds. That means that they've been getting max loss bonus. That is $3,500 per round. So it shouldn't be a problem for them to buy into the next round. But they need to change something up. They've been completely outplayed and outclassed this by Signature thus far into the game. And it doesn't look like things are going to change much. Still very haphazard. Rick spotting out Shinwei, pre-firing him, getting the trade there, Nomaz, but then Tor has other ideas, and VPR, who is the stand-in, spraying one down through the box. Unable to do that with Crazy Guy. Crazy Guy getting a very neat headshot with the Tech Knight, and Tor finally getting shut down at CT by Tony, but now it's down to a 1v2, but Tony has recovered the op and gets picked. Genius. Very good idea there about what Tor was up to. And it's 12-0. My God, I haven't seen such a dominant CT side come in from Signature on this map thus far. This is humiliating. Like, will we see a 16-0? I mean, finally the op does come out onto Crazy Guy. They haven't had the money to give that big green gun to Crazy Guy. It is his favorite weapon. Will he be able to make something of this round? Shinwei molotoving off B shot. But Giggs, will he expect it? No. Hui pushing through, gets the kill. Man advantage for the first time through the T's. Not for very long though. Rix equalizing things up almost instantly with that trade onto Hui. Now again completely in disarray. The T's. Crazy Guy just trying to make something happen, trying to find a pick, but the Rix might just. Oh, that was a very close call there. The CTs are just not giving anything to Sabertooth. They're playing it passive. They're aggressing. There's very controlled aggression as well going on all over the place, and they're just getting all the picks. They're just out aiming Sabertooth at the moment. Finally, Crazy Guy landing that frag onto Rix, bringing it down to a 3v3. But Genius again shutting Crazy Guy down. Nomaz in the meantime equalizing things again. It's a very back and forth round this. Will we see Sabertooth post their first round? It looks likely, unless Tor has something to say about it. Nope, Nomaz with that huge 3k. And Sabertooth finally getting the first round on the board. Score 12-1. Let's see if Sabertooth have it in them to string together the rest of the rounds. I mean, 12 rounds on the CT side is a pretty daunting score to be going up against, but anything more would be even worse. And there we go, Crazy Guy getting that first pick. The first time he's won that op battle against Tor. I think it's the first time they actually faced off in an op battle. And now, man advantage squarely. CT's, but oh, Shinwei getting the fast flick. And there we go, Shinwei again Two very quick kills, but Giggs chiming in with the trade. It's down to a 2v4. It's not looking very good for Signature at the moment. But Genius and Giggs, wow. They've managed to equalize things somehow. Bomb still hasn't made its way onto the A bomb side. This might be a bit of a trouble. Shinwei standing on Ticket Booth, getting that beautiful kill onto Giggs. He's on a 3k, but is gonna get shut down in the end by Genius. Bomb finally making its way onto the A bomb side. Might just get... Oh, but he's planting out in the open.
Bomb has been planted.
Will he... Oh, that is so unfortunate. It was a very smart play from Genius, showing himself at CT and then rotating all the way to connector from Sniper Nest.
Bomb has been defused.
It was very good presence of mind from Genius, and that was, I would say, quite genius. Pun intended. Yes, it was horrible. I'm sorry. What to do? This has been such a game. It's been such a one-sided game. Nothing that Sabertooth have tried has worked out, and now going into the final round with a scout, 3 UMPs and an AK, that bomb plant giving them some respite, but they were completely broken there because they lost so many players in the round that they won previously. They don't have the economy to go into the final round with any amount of weaponry. And there we see Vapor getting the first kill, and Tony biding his time by the fire in B apps. Ooh, Genius spotting him out, doing the smart thing, falling back. And there's Giggs with the assist there. With the assist, Giggs already on 2 kills for the round. And what? What was Rix doing? What was Rix watching? I think Rix is timed out. He's just standing there with the flash in his hand, doing absolutely nothing. It looks like he's trying out for the mannequin challenge there. That doesn't matter when everyone else on his team is firing on all cylinders. And Nomez in a 1v5 clutch, well 4, because Rix I think has timed out. Managing to tag up Tor, but there we go. Incinerated post-death. Rest in peace Nomez. 14-1 on Mirage for Signature.CSGO in the first map. That was crazy. Look at that. Stor with 18 kills, Genius with 16, the stand-in Vapor, VPR with 13, and Giggs with 11. And on to the T side, Nomez is the only one posting double digits. They need to frag. I mean, at the end of the day, this is Counter-Strike, a first-person shooter. If you cannot take your crosshair onto your enemy and left-click, you're not going to win no matter how good your strats are or how deeply you know the game. And speaking of strats, that T side from Sabertooth was quite shambolic, to say the least. There was very little teamwork on display there. They were running over willy-nilly all over the place, just running helter-skelter like headless chickens and getting picked apart one by one, one by one, one by one. But yeah, let's see what they bring together on their CT side. This is their map pick, so they should theoretically have a good hold on the CT side of this map. But 14-1, all Signature need to do at this moment is get the pistol, and then that's GG essentially. We're just waiting for Rix to join back into the server at this moment. I think he did time out with a flash in hand. That was quite hilarious to see. But yeah, I was expecting more from Sabertooth, to be honest. They did show a lot more teeth in their previous game in the Beyondgodlike tournament. But so far, this has been extremely lackluster and a little disappointing, to be honest. I was expecting a good game, a good competitive game between these two sides. And as it turns out, Signature just firing on all cylinders, and Sabertooth just a little too tepid showing up for this game. No one on their team showed up, apart from a few very crucial, like a few very attractive and crucial kills from Shinwei and Nomez. No one doing anything much on the first half on their T side. But hopefully, since Signature are playing with a stand-in, they'll be able to mount a comeback. I mean, that's the dream, right? You want a competitive game of CS. Such one-sided games aren't that fun to watch. I mean, I guess it's fun to watch, but you know, you know what I'm saying. It's a competitive first-person shooter. It's always good to see some competition between the two teams. And when it's so one-sided, it just gets, you know, boring. And now, let's see what our observer is up to. Playing with the mouse. Show me some fancy skins, no observer? There we go, Hyper Beast Stat Track. Beautiful skin. Report Tor. Wall hacks. Whack. But yeah, in case you're curious and you want to learn how to play Mirage B-side, do go back into the game, watch this demo, and see how Genius and Giggs were playing this. They were playing it near perfection. Giggs was playing aggressive by short, but anytime Genius called out that he spotted someone B-abs, he would rotate instantly, while Tor in the meantime giving him support from either connector or through Sniper Nest to watch his B shot, while Giggs watched the push onto A-abs, and Genius there being a nuisance all over the place over by the B bomb site. This trifecta, this game, was absolutely crucial in denying any amount of B control to Sabertooth. On the flip side, over on the A bomb side, if you notice, Tor was the linchpin this round. Tor was the one making all the plays on the CT side. He was such a dynamic opper that Sabertooth just kept on guessing where he was coming from. He just did not telegraph any of his moves. He was absolutely fantastic. So when an opper is hitting shots like Tor was this round, this half, they become almost unplayable. So at the start of the round, based on his spawn, he would either go Sniper Nest or play Connector. And then seeing how the round would play out, he would rotate either to Sniper Nest to watch B shot or watch B shot from Connector itself by stairs. And there was always some amount of support for him on the A bomb side to watch his back in the form of Rix and Vapor, who were being very, very meticulous. Vapor, most of the round played close under carpet, that is under Palace. In the dark spot, he was playing very well. He was playing that round spot very well. Apart from that one round that Shinwei just magicked his way onto the A bomb side and just got those two crazy insta headshots onto Vapor and Rix, blowing the site wide open. And that's the one round they won. Like, that's the thing, right? With Mirage on the T side, you need mad fraggers if you don't have a coherent strategy or set plays to take bomb sites. You need a couple of mad fraggers who can just rush into a bomb site and open it up completely for you. However, that kind of pug style of play doesn't really work in most scenarios, because especially when you're playing against a structured counter-terrorist side, because they will shut you down. They will use that utility. They will use that op to great effect to shut down any mad pug style frag plays. Like, it can work. It'll work 1 or 2 rounds, but once your opponent figures you out, it won't work any further. More importantly, what you saw from Signature, this CT side, was very, very controlled aggression, which is why you see the 14-1 scoreline. Like, they weren't over-aggressing. They were just peaking at the right time. They were hitting their shots. And that one round they pushed mid, which was, I think, against the first gun round, that was a very smart play. Because Sabertooth were expecting Signature to play more passive, which is more or less in line with their style. But that push got them completely off guard and decimated their mid presence. And further, the problem was that the guy rotating from underpass wasn't quick on the draw. He wasn't quick on the uptake. He was walking out underpass. And by the time Signature got the 2 picks and fell back very easily, in fact, by the time Crazy Guy made it out underpass, Tor had already got his crosshairs trained right there at connector, that the moment he peaked, got absolutely eviscerated. Anyway, I think we will cut to an ad and wait for Rix to join the server. It has been a tremendously one-sided affair up till now. Let's see what Signature do on their T side. Their CT side was absolutely dominant, and Crazy Guy getting the info that there's no man's playing by truck. Oh, and Tony there getting the tag on. Pretty low, both players. And there we go. First kill coming in for the T's, but then there's two players over by B-Shot. Chiming in with the kills, the CT side is looking much better than the T side from Sabertooth, and leaving Genius in a 1v4 situation, unable to do anything more apart from just keel over and die. Signature should just equal. Oh my god, nope. They're going to go with the armor pistol buy-up. I mean, why not? They have a 12-round buffer on Sabertooth. But I always feel it's better to play smart than play YOLO. Rix again seeming to have some problems, a bit late out of spawn there. And pretty spread out. Two players by A-Ram going to make their way out slowly, I guess. And Shinwei already getting the first pick onto Giggs, who was peeking A-Ramp. That's not good. Already one player down. Our Signature. But Shinwei needs to be careful here. And there we go. Decapitated by Vapor. Not a smart move at all. But Crazy Guy equalizing, getting the man advantage back in the favor of the CTs with that kill onto Genius, and now onto Rix. But then Tor chiming in with a kill of his own. Ooh, Crazy Guy again is going ham this round. But Vapor making things expensive. That's 3 rifles down on Signature. That was an expensive round. They shouldn't have lost so many people against an armor pistol buy. But still, finally the eco should come in from Signature. Yeah, just a couple of upgraded pistols. We see 3 P250s and 2 Glocks. This should be an easy round. Fast play coming out this round. 1 flash out, and I think they'll be bombing onto the A-bomb site. Slowly walking on. There's the flash, and there's the mow down from Shinwei. 2 fast kills, and there we go. Rix and Giggs on the meantime already equalizing things up for the T's. And will they be expecting someone to play by Sandwich? Yep, they will. Crazy Guy getting the 2 kills. Bomb did go down there, so that's enough money for them to go into the next round with a good amount of utility and the armor and the AK-47s. And the two guns they lost this round shouldn't be much of a problem because they were SMGs. And yeah, there we see full stack of nades. All AKs all across the board, armor, head armor, everything, all that good stuff. And even the CTs, pretty decent utility count as well as 5 rifles. This should be an interesting round. Finally, Sabertooth showing some ferocity in this game, showing some teeth, finding their footing, getting a few rounds together. Hopefully this will add some amount of confidence going forward. But mid-control already wrested from them by the T's. They might just look to pincer A, making a lot of noise, and Genius getting the kill onto Hui through smoke. Beautiful pickup there from the T's. Man advantage to the T's, but that gets immediately reset as well. Tony getting the kill onto Tor, but immediately traded out by Giggs as well. Ooh, Nomaz getting decapitated by Rix there in market. This is looking extremely dire, and Genius ain't done for the round either, picking up his 2nd kill for the round, and Rix chiming in with the final kill. And our observer is completely lost. That's okay. 15 rounds on the board for Signature. 15-4. This is map point. They have, going forward, 11 map points. And yep, Crazy Guy with the hero op glass cannon. Can he do something with it? Gets the first pick. Needs to be very careful. Oh, almost landing the 2nd pick, but needs to be very careful. That aim punch is a real pain in the butt. And that flash though, I think Crazy Guy did tag Giggs through the boxes. Down to 34 points of health. But oh, not smart, Shinwei. Not smart. An opponent holding the smoke will always see you before you see them. That's just how CSGO works, and that's exactly what happened in Vapor, completely eviscerating Shinwei off the face of this map. And Tony also getting spotted out by Tor. Neat little headshot. And Signature, oh, Crazy Guy also getting caught off guard. Down to a 4v1. Nomaz with a swag 7 and a dream. Should have been heard coming up connector. Gets 1 kill. Maybe swipes out for the AK, but unable to do anything much more. GG. Well played. Signature CSGO take the first map 16-4. That was a mightily one-sided affair. And yeah, that was the first map. Next map is Cobblestone, and that is Signature's pick. So Sabertooth, that is Signature's pick, and Sabertooth will be starting on the on the T side. Let's see how they do. I hope they bring their ferocity in the next map and don't just